Hello, hello, my beautiful mermaids and mermen, my sea sponges of the sea, my fellow Pisces. This is our daily vibe message for June the 8th. And we'll see what we've got here. Spirit and guides, what do we need to see, know, and expect? What's coming in behind us that we need to be prepared for? What is the future looking like now? Where are we? Where are we going? Okay, let's see what we've got. Our first card is the Knight of Cups. We have the Three of Pentacles. Our next card is the Eight of Swords. And our final card is the gift card, the Six of Pentacles. So let's see what we have here, my beautiful fellow Pisces. Coming in with our first card, we've got Swan Spirit, and it says it's time to take a deep dive. This is about us looking into a situation and doing our research. If something seems a little uncertain or we need to have more information, this is where we have to step up and we have to get back in the game, doing the research, doing our homework, finding out what we need to know. That way it's going to put us in a place of peace and serenity, like the swan energy, not being so stressed out, not wondering the what ifs and the how comes as we move through our day. So it's time to take a deep dive, find out what your information is, and being able now to see a clear sight line of your future coming and unfolding in front of you. By doing that, you need more information. You need to see the picture in complete clarity, in an entirety. Coming in underneath that, we have the beautiful Knight of Cups. The beautiful Knight of Cups comes in. He might be or she riding into town and sweeping you off your feet in maybe romance. However, this can be partnership in business as well, where this person brings something to the table that you're going to love, an idea, a passion, a new endeavor, a new journey for you to go on with them. So this is a beautiful card. The Knight himself is very brave. He's not afraid to go out there, stick his neck out, and take a few risks. Once he's done his research, even though something may have a slight risk, he's going to find his way around that. He's going to maneuver his way around that. Coming in next, we have the Lizard Spirit, and it says, dream the world into being. Well, Pisces, we're huge dreamers, and we start all of our jobs and careers and relationships and passion for things. We dream them into existence. And so I always say, be careful what you wish for, right? So this is about you realizing that it has to start off as that dream first, that seed, that little mustard seed that you think of something you want to do. And then it starts to grow from there. So you're going to nurture it. This is about, what we think, we attract, we become. And it's very important that we stay positive. It's very important that we reach out for things that are actually feasible and tangible, not dream ourselves into being multimillionaires or, things like that, which we know in our heart of hearts, wouldn't it be nice in the perfect world? It won't happen. So this is about us reaching for our goals, dreaming them into existence, but we still have to put the work in to do it. Okay, but it starts off as that idea of a dream. Pisces, you're good at that. Now, the Three of Pentacles comes in, and this is you working with other people well. Pisces, this is not going it alone. This is not, doing things all by yourself. This is getting involved, collaborating, and cooperating with other people. People who have the same goals, the same passion, the same success, vision that you do. You may be asked to teach, preach, or convey information to others. When you get the Three of Pentacles, it's a card of being able to take a leadership role. So some of you may be asked to do that. Maybe you're having to step up and, as I say, convey information to other people that is going to be beneficial to them so they can grow and expand, as well as they're going to put their ideas into motion as well. So this is teamwork. Teamwork is dream work. And that means when you work well, you cooperate well with others, you will see success come in. Now, our next card is the beautiful card of the butterfly, and it says transformation is beautiful. Well, isn't that the truth? I mean, we know how this poor butterfly starts out as a caterpillar and can't fly, and then it goes into its little shell, its cocoon, which just hangs there, and then out of the blue emerges this absolutely beautiful creature of flight, colorful and magical and beautiful. So you're going through a beautiful change yourself, some of you Pisces, and it may have started off on rocky ground. Maybe things were a bit rough for you, and now you're able to work together with other people to dream yourself into a new a new era, a new phase in your life. And I think you're going to see that you're going to evolve, and there's going to be beautiful growth coming in. Coming in next, we have the Ten of Swords, and we definitely don't have to go back from what we've walked away from. This could have been a situation that was toxic, a relationship, a friendship that outgrew its welcome. It could have been an unfulfilling job or something you invested your time into and you didn't get the return for. Well, you know, she pretty much has walked away from that. And I always, most of the time we see her walking through fire, coming out the other side is the phoenix. The future and the horizon are much brighter now. Evolving, growth, expansion, and walking away from those times that really didn't work for us. Coming in at the end, we've got the Eagle Spirit, and it says, Spirit has your back. Well, we know that Pisces are spiritual, and I'm not saying that you're religious. I'm saying you're spiritual. You believe in higher self. You believe in the law of attraction. You believe in leaning into your faith and your belief and asking Spirit for help all the time. Everything I do is generated by Spirit. Whether I call him God, Jesus, Buddha, you know, Jehovah, whatever, I don't refer to him as that. Often we refer to them as source, okay? And it can be any of that. But this is about you leaning into that and knowing that you're being protected, knowing that those little tweaks and tugs and little nudges are coming from Spirit to give you messages. Watch for those signs, because they're very, very good signs that are maybe telling you that there could be a gift from Spirit. You're going to feel it's coming from Spirit coming your way. The card of generosity. Yes, the card of a gift. Negotiations, push-pull energy, bargaining, bartering, you know, definitely receiving something that you're going to feel is a wonderful, gracious gift to you, possibly something of generosity. Now, this can be time, effort, support, or even love and money. That could be one of these that could be coming in for you. Now, this is also the card I often refer to it as profit organizations you could be getting involved in with a team of people, where you're giving out of the goodness of your heart. You're volunteering your time, and that in itself makes you feel rich. You could be helping somebody else out. You could be the person who's giving, not receiving. So this goes both ways, my beautiful Pisces. Let's see what we have here for additional information, my fellow Pisces. So I have taken time to shuffle these cards, and let's see what we have. Our first card coming in is Know Your Boundaries. Our next card coming in is Ask Spirit for Guidance. Didn't we say Spirit had our back? Speak Your Peace. Lay it on the table, Pisces, your demands. And your last card is Dipping into Savings. What's on the bottom? Let's see what we got here. We've got Opposing Energy. Okay. All right. We need to know our boundaries, especially if we're coming up against someone who is opposing us, someone who's wanting to stir the pot up and create a little bit of, tipping that, they're, pushing their boundaries, right? It's time for you to step up, Pisces, and draw the line in the sand with your toe and just lay your demands on the table and say, hey, this is the way it's going to be, or, take it or leave it. You're asking Spirit for guidance here, and trust that it's coming in. And the one big thing we need to do when we ask Spirit for guidance is listen. I don't know if you've heard this story before, some of you Pisces, but, I would shuffle my cards when I first started out doing this, not today, but in the past. And I would ask Spirit to guide the cards, which I do every time I lay them. And a card would fly out and I'd go, nah, I don't want that card. And I'd put it back and I'd shuffle again and it would come out. What happened was it was almost like they hit my hand and all the cards flew on the table. And I thought, ooh, that was weird. Picked them up, shuffled again, and, shuffled again, and they knocked it on the desk again. And what they were telling me was, taking that message, if I want Spirit to have my back, I need to bloody well listen to them, not ignore that I'd asked them, and I should have taken that card. So I went through that whole deck to get that card, to lay it out, because they wanted me to have that card out there for a particular sign reading. So listen to the messages and pay attention to what they're going to tell you and give you and show you. Speak your peace. Don't be afraid to do that. If you're having to draw this line in the sand and lay your demands on the table and set up boundaries for somebody that's bringing in a bit of chaos to you with this opposing energy, speak your mind. You can do that. Be direct without being aggressive, okay? Dipping into savings. Some of you may be finding that there's a big ticket item or maybe some unexpected thing comes up. We've got another card here. Look what we've got. We'll use it. Um, you could be having to rob from Peter to give to Paul, dipping into your savings to buy something, or maybe there was something that came up, the roof, your car, whatever, something that needed the money. So you may have to do that. Be prepared. Also, forgiveness comes in. So, maybe by asking Spirit for guidance, they're saying, be peaceable, set up your boundaries, but be compassionate, understanding, and kind about it, Pisces. And generally, that's who you are. We don't like confrontation. We just turn the other way and swim off into the deep blue sea. So Pisces, this is our general daily vibe message from our guides today. And I wish you a great remainder to today and a beautiful, optimistic, healthy, happy, prosperous, and successful day. And remember, it's Sunday today, and Ann Ellis Angels and I will be going live again on my YouTube channel to give out messages to anybody who wants to come into the chat room. Hope that you show up, and I hope that you enjoy the messages, because you'll receive a message from both of us. Always know I stand in this circle of love and light for you. And I'll see you soon, my beautiful, beautiful Pisces.